Yeah, I gotta hold my mic.
You broke it.
One of the legs fell. I gotta find it. But it is what it is.
This blue snowball holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
I think I dropped it and it's still you know what, the thing don't go up no more. Like it used to go up and then but it don't go up no more, but it still moves around. You the one that recommended this. This I like this. It works. It works well.
It's time for me another one anyway. How's it going, Mike?
What's good with it? Everything is
Man,
I can't call it.
I can tell my story now.
Story. What happened, Bang?
Oh man. It's the beginning of this podcast here.
Oh God.
It's gonna be it's not bad, but it's going to be a good conversation around making sure you take care of yourself and everything.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a great conversation here. Miriam had asked me if I was gonna talk about it on the pod, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm open about everything else. Definitely gonna talk about this, so might as
Did,
well."
did Miriam listen to the last pod? Not the last pod, the pod before last.
Yeah. Oh, she know. Yeah, she know more than y'all know on this pod. I'll tell you this shit. But yeah, man, some dude pod, 162. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Go ahead and get that merch and follow us on Twitter, Instagram at Some Dude Pod. Great show,
Facts.
great show because there's a lot of things going on in the world. But before we get started with that, Mike, man, how you doing?
I'm
How
okay,
you
Bang. My back hurts a little bit, but
again?
yeah, bro. I'm too old to have back pains. G.
Yeah, nah, man.
And you know what, too? My ankle starting to bother me and shit. I had ankle surgery in high school.
Yeah, because you
So when
broke
I broke my ankle, yeah, playing
the
football.
shit was over there when it was supposed to be over there.
Facts. So I remember vividly when after I had surgery, the doctor told me, he was like, you'll be okay. Your ankle's good. You'll be mobile and everything like that. But he told me, he was like, once you get older, he's like, you're gonna start to have arthritis. You're gonna have arthritis. I'm pretty sure I have arthritis.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So like the ankle pain, it comes and goes. So I think it comes and goes with the weather. Comes and goes with the
Yeah.
weather. As the weather is changing and we're entering springtime, as I am about to get ready to start playing softball this summer, but last summer I pulled my hamstring playing softball. But I noticed that as I try to get back in shape and then once I get out there and start playing, the ankle starts to bother me a little
Wait a minute.
bit.
So you be working out to get back in
No, no,
softball
no,
shape?
no, not like workout, but
Or you
I'll
just
probably
be like, it's
I'll
softball
just
time.
it's softball time. So I'll probably, I'll probably get out there, try to walk a couple miles, to get the blood back flowing, get my wind up
Nah,
a
nah.
little bit, do a couple miles a day, But I noticed that as I've gotten older, the more I engage in those kind of activities, whether it's walking or once I get out there and start running, the ankle hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, you
Even
gotta.
though I necessarily don't do anything I don't do anything, it just gets aggravated as I, get more mobile on it.
Yeah, man, you gotta start working out like the Rocky montages.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You
So,
can. You gotta start doing shit like that.
but other than that, though, I'm okay though, fam. I can't,
That's
I'm good.
good, Mike. So tell y'all the
How,
story.
how are you, Bang? How are
I'm
you?
tell y'all, man, this is the best I've felt in 2 years,
That's good.
mentally and physically.
Because anybody that listens to this pod know Bang's been
Been going through it. I
he's
almost
been through it.
died on this podcast, fam. Of why we've been doing this podcast. Oh no, I had COVID. I had COVID 1, 2, 3, all of that. But story time with Bang, Mike. So, like I said, I had a very scary health issue that happened in October 2020.
This was when you had COVID before we knew it was COVID.
No,
Correct?
this is not even that. This is when I had
Oh,
the.
this was after. That was after.
That's when I had the cyst on my kidney. That was after. The
Yeah.
cyst thing was
Okay, go
after.
ahead.
So it's
Go ahead.
October. This is October 2020. I found out I had diabetes and all that stuff. Like, word. damn, I know it running the family, but I thought we was good over here. So I've been going back and forth to the doctor just to find out, make sure that everything is okay. Not just your normal checkups and that thing for your health and stuff, but I've been really trying to find out what the fuck happened or if there's anything else wrong. So go to my primary care doctor and I tell him, that some shit just wasn't feeling right and everything. So he refers me to a kidney doctor, and um the kidney doctor runs some ultrasounds and that thing. You got to piss in the cup. And I tell her, talking to her about the cyst that was in my kidney, it burst, all the shit that happened with it. She was like, oh, wow. It was a black lady too. So she was like, oh, wow. Bet you that was scary and all that stuff, right? So
Yeah.
We go through the first day, and she was pretty happy with what she saw, but then she was like, yo, you got blood in your urine. You can't see it, but it's there.
That sounds scary.
It's like, the fuck? So niggas, WebMD time. So scared and all that shit. Well, I won't say I'm scared. I'm just a little nervous. Like, what the fuck? So do the ultrasound for the kidney, and the test comes back, and she was like, yo, your kidney function is great. It's normal and everything. Take a urine sample. There's blood still in the urine. Can't see it, but it's there. I'm confused. So
Interesting.
I'm going to refer you to a urologist. Check on your liver. I mean, not your liver, your bladder. Maybe it's something with your bladder. I'm like, all right, cool. Refer me. A couple of weeks later, I go over to Joliet, deep in Joliet. No, I don't go that deep in Joliet, fam. No. There's a lot of crazy people over there. But I go deep into Joliet, go to the bladder doctor. Nice place, too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all like, I hate going to these types of doctors because there's always old people there.
Okay.
Like, I walk up in that joint and I'm the youngest nigga there. They look at me like, damn, why you here? And I'm like, shit, I already know why you here. What the fuck's going on?
The reason why I'm here is because I don't want to be here at the age that you are
right
now.
But I know why you here. But
respectfully.
Right, respectfully. But they looking at me like, damn, fam, you kind of young to be up in here.
Yeah.
Anyway, go back there, take a piss test. Me and the doctor talking, tell him about my last 2 years. And he looking at me like, let's take a urine sample. Take the urine sample. Hey, man, you got blood in your urine? Can't see it, though.
That's why
but it's there. Like, yeah, that's why I'm here, fam. I'm giving him the rundown. So he says, now I'm going to butcher the name of this test. So, Chris, if you're listening, yes, I'm going to butcher this too. He was like, yo, think we have to start checking for early bladder cancer.
Oh, my God.
The fuck?
I didn't even know you can have cancer in your bladder.
Yeah.
That just sounds horrible.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
Imagine that ride home by yourself.
Hold on. So, after the doctor told you we're going to have to test for this, he told you got to leave and then you got to come back for like another appointment?
Yeah, I got to come back for another appointment.
Yeah, I would have.
So I was doing this podcast going through all this shit. I was going through, look, so y'all get an idea of what's been going on in Bang's life. While I was interviewing for the biggest job in my life, while I was interviewing people for a job, I was nervous I might have cancer. I was doing this pod, getting them joints off, nervous as shit. So we take the test. We do the blood test. Not the blood test. Urine sample, all that. Boom, boom, boom. He tells me I have to take a cyclopsy or some shit like that. Psychoclopsy or some shit. But I'll tell you what happens in a minute. It's a long ass drive home, Mike.
I could
Driving home, like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm too young for this shit. I can't even see this shit. What the fuck is going on? All that shit. So I set it for March 9th. And maybe the luck of Biggie, but then I was like, but Biggie died on March 9th, so I don't know if it's kind of lucky. Fuck. So days go by. I'm nervous. I'm getting more nervous. Get the job. Hire somebody. More nervous. Then March 8th comes. It really hits me March 8th. Like, what if I get told some shit that I ain't trying to hear? Fuck. So, of course, I'm prayerful, keeping God first and all of that stuff. But, hey, man, it might be God's will. I don't know. Shit. Either way it go. Miriam comes to the doctor with me this time. Because the test that I have to take, it's a little irritating, Mike. Telling this story not just because I want y'all to know what Bang been dealing with for these past couple of weeks. I'm also telling you this to make sure you check on yourself, check on your health. If you think something's wrong, go to the doctor. And if you think something's might be off, go to the doctor. Don't bullshit with your health, G. Because I used to bullshit with my health. But once I got pretty decent insurance, I'm going to the motherfucking doctor. Especially after what happened in October 2022. So, Mike, this test, and this is the part where you can laugh, because I was laughing myself. This test is where they take a camera, long camera tube, and they stick it in your pee-pee hole, fam. Stick it in your hole, fam.
I can't even laugh at that, bro.
No, I laugh.
That's
nigga. I told them before he started, I said, yo, y'all gonna play some music? Kenny G or something? Doctor looked at me and was like, oh, no. Matter of fact, even
you ain't gonna. So, Doc, you're not gonna set the mood first.
You're not gonna set the mood for me, Jack. No, even what? Well, first, let me start off by saying my wife was nervous too, but she was playing it off, trying to be strong and shit. I'm a tourist. I'm strong. She was nervous, that motherfucker. So so I come back there. They was like, oh yeah, come back there. Big ass room. It's just one chair, and the nurse like, hey, so. Yeah, just go ahead and take your pants off. Leave it at your ankles.
They didn't tell you they were doing this before you got there.
Oh, I knew it. I just didn't know. I knew it. I just didn't know. Like, it's one thing to tell you. It's one thing when you see it. It's like, God. It's one thing to be like, yo, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But then when you see the black thing that's supposed to go in you, women, I understand. Ladies, I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. I get why y'all might have some trepidation, because I definitely had some trepidation, nigga. So get in there, and the nurse says, yeah, pull your pants down, leave it at your ankles, and sit down. Put this cover over your doctor, be here in a second. I'm like, damn, that's it? Just pants to your ankles, huh?
Yeah, right to this.
Sit down. So Miriam's laughing at me because I was like, damn, man, it's just a quickie, huh? It's just, pull your pants down, this is it. Like, man, they got to play some music in this bitch or something. So then the doctor comes in.
They gonna offer me no food, a drink. They gonna offer me a drink.
Some drink, some weed. I used to go to an old woman house in Lombard, fam. She was an old white lady in Lombard, fam. She used to offer me vodka and weed
there you go.
before we have sex. Like, all right,
y'all
well,
just ain't know.
give me this weed, give me this liquor, and then we gonna fuck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not just gonna get fresh with me. In this case, got fresh, man. So he comes up in there with 2 nurses on each side. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was just gonna be you. So foursome here.
What's the name of this test?
It's a cyclopsy. I can't pronounce the shit, fam, but it's psychopsy. I think that's like.
I have this friend as a nurse. I'm gonna inquire with her about this. I'm gonna ask about this.
So they walk up and that motherfucker like, we here. I go ahead and lay back. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, we not gonna talk?
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna butter me up, fam? Like, nah, yeah, just they gonna hold each side of you and I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna put this thing in your urethra. But first I'm gonna put this cooling agent on there. It's gonna help numb it. So, of course, to put it on your shit and it's cold, and then that motherfucker didn't waste no time. I'm like, oh, Mike, I stay closed whole entire time. I'm like,
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
What's going on here, fam? He just keep pushing down. It's black. I can't see. Gonna spray some water. And Mark starts spraying some water.
This probably feel like a bad blowjob or something, right?
The opposite.
The worst. The worst head you ever got in your life.
Y'all not gonna play no Kenny G right now, huh? Eyes closed, Mike. He sprayed that. He sprayed that water. I felt it all.
Oh my God.
So again, women, I understand. Because I think that's what it felt like. So he like, okay, let me spray some more water. Like he was like, man, just let loose. Just let loose like you peeing. So he's like, okay, I can see. I can see it now. Miriam ass in the back.
Can you hurry up?
Right, can you hurry up? Miriam in the back, like, lady tell Miriam, oh, you really engaged in this issue. She's like, yeah, I'm trying to find out what's going on with my husband. My eyes is not opening, Mike. I'm not trying to see none of this. And then you got the 2 nurses I'm just hearing, and they just, oh yeah, we see it. So they saw a spot, a red spot. It is not cancer. Thank God.
Glory to God.
But I have a couple of broken blood vessels in my kidney. I mean, my bladder.
Did they tell you the cause? Like, how does this happen?
How the fuck do it happen, Mike? Ain't nobody hitting me in my ribs.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So what is the doctor?
Hit me in my bladder area? Nothing like
doctors,
that.
That's what I meant to ask you. Like, does the doctors tell you?
Like Miriam over there, like, oh, I see it. And I was like, yo, I mean, I'm not thinking of asking no questions, Mike, why this camera is in my shit.
Okay, right.
I'm not.
Well, I'm thinking of asking these questions like once it's over, like once, yeah.
I'm gonna get to that, but
okay,
I'm not trying to. I'm not even trying to look at Buddy ass right now because he got to just shove that shit in me. So then he pulls that shit out. I'm like, shit hurt. So he was like, yeah, you don't have cancer. There's no cancer cells or anything like that. You do have a couple of broken vessels. That's why you saw that red mark right there. So that is why you might have, that is why you have blood in your urine. Hey, doc, man, how does that happen? Well, we really can't say. Like, we really can't say. I don't know. You've not gotten into a fight or anything like that. Like, nah, I ain't getting into no fight, nothing like that, Jack. He's like, so you got a couple of broken blood vessels. That's what it is, but we're going to set you up with an appointment 6 months from now, and then, we could do the whole urine test and not do what we just did, but just check and make sure that you're all right. And it doesn't manifest to anything else. God, cool.
Is this something that like heals on its own?
Mike, he said that shit. He said that shit and he walked out.
No, doc. Yes, back here. I got more
Bro,
questions.
Mike, I felt like Eddie Murphy and Boomerang got the Robin Givens dropped that money on the counter and left.
Yeah.
Like, fam,
Y'all just gonna do this to me.
you just
Just
gonna
leave
do this
out,
to
huh?
me and leave, fam? We not gonna cuddle, talk,
You know what I'm saying?
not gonna discuss life. Like, so what is this? What are we?
What are we?
What are we, Doc?
Shit.
You just did some things to me that have never happened to me before. What are we?
Oh my
You just gonna walk off
God.
with your
Just go
friends?
Yeah.
Ignore me?
Yeah,
Miriam
man.
sitting there like, damn, I do got some more questions, but
That's what I have questions for you, man.
he's like, yo, I guess he's about to do this shit again to somebody else. But and I was like, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. He should be spending time with me.
Yeah.
I got more questions. And then after I became straight again, I was
You
like,
came to your senses.
KBN walked out like, yeah, I'm about to go to the gym. Good around here, these parts.
Yeah.
They like, man, you ain't got to fake it for us, fam. You feel uncomfortable. So that ain't it, Mike. So I've never been burnt a day in my life. I've never had an STD. And I pride myself on never having an STD. Part of the reason why I pride myself on never having an STD because it scared me when niggas was like, yo, it piss when you piss, when you piss, it burns.
I've never ever wanted to experience anything.
I've never ever wanted to experience some shit like that. I'm not trying to get. I had a scare one time and I wanted to fight, Mike, but I've never had an STD. So he's telling me like it's gonna burn when you pee for a couple of days. I'm like, but matter of fact, no. Let me rewind back to when I had to pee after the shit was done, bruh. That was the hardest pee I ever had. Like all that water came out, and my piss. It was a lot. That shit hurt, and it was a twinge, but it wasn't what happened when I got home.
Yeah,
fam. When I got home, I didn't want to pee no more ever in life. That shit burnt. I was like, ah!
Like I'm not drinking nothing else.
Nothing, Mike. You're like, you okay? I said, man. No, this shit hurt, fam. I'm going to the bathroom and this shit is painful. What is this? What is going on? For 3 days, Mike. It stopped. It didn't stop. That test was done on Thursday. It didn't stop burning when I pee until Saturday night. Like literally. Yeah. Saturday night at Bar Louie in Oak Brook. That's when it stopped burning. And that was like at 12 o'clock. Well, like 11 o'clock. It was painful. And I'm trying to drink and kick it with my cousins and shit. And I'm drinking and shit. Oh, I got to go to the bathroom.
Man, and was it like easing up though? Or like it
eased up, and by Saturday night, it was good. Like it was normal again.
Okay.
But that Thursday, Friday, Mike, nah, fam. That shit hurt. But
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
But I'm good. I could pee normal now. Okay. Great. I could pee normal. It don't burn when I pee. Okay. And I'm cancer free. Yeah. Yes, so yeah, I'm telling that story, man, because one, like I said, I'll be transparent on here.
Yeah. And we should have put a disclaimer before you.
Yeah. Two. When I look back, that shit's hilarious, fam. Even though that shit was painful, that shit was hilarious, man. That I asked this dude to play some Kenny G before he stuck a camera in my dick.
I'm like, bro, you gotta set the mood, dog.
You have to set the mood.
You gonna do me like this?
Like, bro, you gotta play something. I got a playlist. Shit. I got a slow jam playlist we could play right now before you put anything into me. Talk to me. Show me your bedside manner, Doc.
Facts.
How many guys have you done this with? Tell me about the last one.
Oh my God.
Tell me about the last one. Was y'all in love? What did y'all find out?
Look, man.
So why are you doing this to me?
Why'd you
And then when
choose
I
me?
get out, and I go set the appointment and that thing, I look to the side. They got like doctor of the year, and his ass sitting there smiling.
Yeah, you done this before, huh,
I
Doc?
was like, yo, I just got done up by the doctor of the year in this bitch. Fuck y'all,
Oh my
y'all
god.
talking about. But nah, man, I also bring that up, man, because it's just check on yourself, man. Hey, I could have easily just stopped. As soon as I got back from the hospital, I could have easily just stopped checking on myself. But I knew something wasn't right. And even when doctors was like, yeah. It was the one doctor in Maryland that pissed me off. I felt like he was just trying to get a copay from a nigga. And I was like, I ain't going. And he was a urologist, so I probably could have got this shit over quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, buddy ass was just like, man, just come back. You got the copay? It felt like one of the doctors from Awakening, fam. Like, hey man, just give me this $50 this time, and then we'll get you taken care of next week.
Like, what the fuck?
The fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? But I had ultrasounds on my kidney, couple of them, when letting me know about the cyst on my kidney and everything, and multiple times getting stuck up and everything, and I didn't know it was blood in my urine
Mm-hmm.
at all. Like, what? How does that happen? But I never, even before I found that out, I never stopped trying to find out what was going on with me. And as black men, I noticed this with white doctors, and no disrespect to white doctors, but it might be disrespectful to white doctors. I just feel like a lot of white doctors don't know how to care for black people. The best, and honestly, to keep it a buck, the best doctors during this situation have been black women.
Yeah.
Black women. And even when the kidney doctor was a black woman, had asked me questions and shit, I was just like, yo, you've given me more answers about just this cyst situation than I've gotten from anybody else. And the black primary care doctor that I had in the DMV, she gave me more information on how to control my diabetes than any other black male doctor or white doctor that I had. So I credit black women doctors, of course, and my wife as well. I credit black women for keeping me abreast of my situation and helping me find out what might have been wrong in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But if y'all feel like it's something wrong, man, don't bullshit with your health. Check on yourself. Like you feel like it's a lump, you feel like it's a lump or something weird or anything like that, go get that shit taken care of or looked at. Like doctor told the kidney doctor told me that they're like 40% of the world got cysts on their kidneys. It's like, damn, for real? Like, yeah. It just it's not dangerous or
Right.
whatever. Something like what I dealt with is actually common to some people. Not I mean blood in your urine, because it could
Right.
be
Right.
like a
Right.
kidney stone
Right. Right.
or some
Right.
shit. It could be something that's like that might pass through and do some shit. But having broken blood vessels in your bladder, you know, never heard no shit like that. But I could have easily stopped when I moved back and just been going to my primary care doctor and worried about the diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
But each time it was just like something ain't right, something ain't right. And it turns out that it wasn't something right. It's just not life threatening. But when you got kids, man, having 3 kids, 3 boys, I'm trying to make sure I'm around them. Trying to make sure I'm around my wife. I'm trying to put my feet in the sand somewhere.
There you go.
I'm trying to go see Anita Baker.
There
You
you
know what I'm
go.
saying? I'm trying to live life. And for honestly about 3 weeks, I was around this bitch scared than a motherfucker. Like, what's wrong with me?
Mm-hmm.
But I never let anybody else thoughts not let me find out what was going on with me. So it's just me telling y'all this story, man. It's just me telling y'all, especially the fellas, is to check on yourself mentally, physically. You know, we as fathers, we as men go through a lot of things. You know, we put a lot of stuff on our backs. We got families to feed, kids to take care of,
Mm-hmm.
women to be leaders to, you know, be the man of the house, go to work. Pressure's just going to work, not trying to get pulled over by the police, deal with the police, all crazy ass shit like that. Get to work, trying not to cuss nobody out. You know what I'm saying? You might not be in the place that you want to be at and all of those things. Then come home and you want things to be peaceful. Just might not be peaceful on this day. And you got all these things that's going on in your head. You got to find some peace. You got to find an outlet. That's why I commend you, Mike, with the bowling shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a great outlet. No, but don't forget your physical too. I think black men don't go to the doctor a lot. And then when you go to the doctor, you scared that the doctor is really treating you with what you supposed to be treated with. You got questions and sometimes they might not have no answers. The doctor, it turns out, really didn't have answers at that time. It's some stuff that he still got to look at, but
Mm-hmm.
just know it's not life threatening, you know, but at the end of the day, you only get one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to hold on as long as you can to see what you need to see. So you got to take care of yourself. You got to check on yourself. You got to be selfish when it comes to that. And that's, I will say that going through what I've went through really in the last 3 weeks, I mean 2 years, but really in the last 3 weeks, especially with, you know, that possibility thrown in your head,
Yeah.
it just, like, my thought process is now, what do I do for me? Like, I've learned that I don't know how to celebrate myself, any wins, accomplishments, and anything like that. I don't know how to celebrate myself. I'm good at celebrating others, but me, just like probably most men, like, oh, you got a promotion. All right, cool. Shit, let's get to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people be wanting to go to dinner and celebrate you. Let's go out to drink, man. Let's celebrate. And I'm like,
And that's normal, you know.
why? Like, why? I just got a promotion. Like, no, that's a big thing. Like, you
Yeah,
got
for sure.
it's a big thing. And I'm sitting here like, what? I learned that I got to celebrate myself.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that I got to celebrate my wins, and just get comfortable with me. Um, but can't stress it enough before we move on, man. Fellas, take care of yourself. Check on yourself. If something is wrong, don't push that shit to the side trying to be a man. Go get that shit checked out. Like, you can save your life. You can save yourself from, you know, being in a fucked up situation, 20 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
You could do a lot of things for yourself. Really going to the doctor and doing these things to me is celebrating yourself. Like, yo, I got to go do this. I got to go check this shit out for me.
Yep.
Make sure that I'm cool. So, fellas, take care of yourself. Check on yourself, your mental, your physical. Be selfish and taking care of yourself. If something is wrong, go get it looked at. Don't let pride get you killed. And I ain't talking about in the street this time. I'm talking about seeing some things that are wrong, but trying to push that shit to the side because you too cool. Nah, I allowed these marks to put a camera in my dick.
Res- Respect, man. Respect.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. To no Kenny G. No, They could have played Faded Pictures or something, Mike.
bro.
They could have. What that playlist look like, Mike? What do the Doctor Get Fresh with You playlist look like?
Ooh,
Like what are we playing when a doctor got to touch on me?
play some. Oh, you
Like
know what?
colon, like you get your colon cleanse, or what I had to deal with my test. Like,
Look, Doc, throw some like some
what we
Stevie.
throwing on?
You know, yeah, you could throw on some Stevie, throw on some like early Luther, something like that. You know, get the
So
mood
you
right.
get colon cleanse. The house is not a home, Mike.
Why not?
Getting your colon cleanse. The
right,
Freddie Jackson.
Just ease this. You know, the Marvin Gaye. You can throw some Marvin on.
Well, you gonna put this camera in me, Doc?
Doc, you go look.
Need you to play.
Yeah,
I need you to play. What's going on?
yes, sir.
Yeah, play some In Between the Sheets, Doc. My man out here put that thing in me with no music on, fam.
That shit crazy, fam.
I felt used and abused.
You was violated.
Fam.
You was violated. You was violated.
Like, man, you're not gonna play nothing
in front of your wife, bro.
in front of my wife, G. How you do all that in front of my wife? Don't play no music. You and your girls come up in there and y'all just touch on me, and we can't play no music. We can't set the mood.
Then after it was done, didn't have a
conversation. Can't play no
with
Tyrone Davis in the mood or nothing. It just get the camera, put it in there. Let's see what the bladder look like. No, that go left. I was hoping he didn't go left.
Oh my God.
Hey man, imagine it was like, oh, we messed up. What, man? Oh man.
We gotta start over. What?
What? No. No. Start over from where? No, not. No, unless you play some music. If we got to do that again, fam, I got a whole ass playlist. We could play some Lucky Day, some Yebba.
Yeah.
We can play some Layla Hathaway.
Let's Snow Allegra, you know.
Snow Allegra, you know what I'm saying? Marvin Gaye.
Kalani, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some Kalani, some Anita Baker. You about to put this camera in me? Nah, fam, we got to play some music, fam. Might make it easier for you to get up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, man.
Might make it a little bit easier for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's big, fam. That's big. He wild.
If you don't butter me up, you know what I'm saying? You got to butter me up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't gave me no flowers.
Ain't gave me no flowers, no
candy, bro. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Ain't rubbed the back of my neck. Nothing. You just get the camera and just whoop. Let's go look at this bladder. Nah, fam. That's some bullshit, fam. But check on yourself, man. Check on your peoples. Check on yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you see something with your homie, man, like, yo, something ain't right. Tell him something ain't right, fam. Tell him something weird. What's going on? You should go get that checked out. Yeah. And hopefully it don't lead to a camera getting put in your thing, fam. Yeah. All right, man. Some dude pod. That's the you know, the brothers multiple see DG is the one who's keeping the shit going. Need multiple consultations. What the fuck you think it was? I went through a couple, fam, for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
It was just, you know, now it's like, yo, I gotta get this cookie off. Just gotta sow my royal oats, fam. You know. Hey man, but it's cool, fam. Man. You know. And then I'm 40, I'll be 41 this shit, fam. I ain't even had like that's you know what's crazy, Mike? I ain't even had a colonoscopy yet.
I asked you about that too on a few podcasts.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, I was like,
he told me at
40, bro. Anytime for you.
He said 45. So that's crazy. I'm 40 years old. They went through the front first, not the back.
Damn.
They went through the front first, fam.
Damn.
You know how scary shit got to be when they go through the front first?
That's fucked up, fam.
That's fucked up, fam. Yeah, man. Play that Faded Pictures, fam.
Yeah.
Play Happily Ever After.
Turn that on,
Guess what I did today? Those was the words I said to you. It was last May. No, see bladder. Don't know the exact day. Then you got the two ladies in the background, and And Miriam in the back just looking like, oh, I see it right there. So,
Yeah.
all right, man, let's move on, man, because this free agency going on in the NFL is wild down here. Lamar Jackson got the non-exclusive franchise tag so people can negotiate, but they like, fam, we're not giving you no guaranteed contract, fam.
Look like Lamar gonna be a Raven next year.
Nah, or he gonna be at the crib and retire like Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders. You got that. You have the Bears spending some money, getting the team better. Made a trade too. They trade the number 1 pick to the Carolina Panthers for the 9th pick, the 61st pick in this year's draft, a 2024 first round pick, a 2025 second round pick, and wide receiver DJ Moore. Your Cowboys got Stephon Gilmore. So it's got
Gilmore just re-signed Vanderich at the linebacker position, and we re-signed Donovan Wilson at the safety position. So a few moves being made.
Yeah, so I mean, what you think about? Yeah, well, I'll say is the one thing that I like about the NFL more than like any league is that they do free agency first.
Yeah.
Like,
before free agency before the draft.
Yeah, do free agency first and then the draft second. You know,
why do you think the NBA is like that? I
have no fucking clue. That's just weird, fam. Let's draft and then let's go pick some players up. Like, nah, pick the players up and then let's see what rookies can fit up in there. But what you think about NFL free agency so far, man?
It's joking. This might be the most lit NFL free agency that I can remember within the past 5-10 years, maybe. I don't know if I can remember back that far, but definitely 5 years. Past 5 years, this is easily the hottest free agency. And your Bears like set it off.
Yeah.
It was like immediately once you was able to sign somebody, then Adam Schefter was firing them off.
Hey,
Bears. You know what I'm saying? Exciting times in the city of Chicago, Bang. And I'm going to just go ahead and lead into it. I'll ask you the question because this is your team. Given what has happened within the first 2 days of free agency, you got plenty of money to spend. You were sitting on the first pick in the draft, and you guys, traded it off to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
And given what you've done in free agency the first 2 days, what grade do you give the front office? And what do you like personally? What picks and what like signings do you like personally? And also with these signings, what are you looking forward to as far as like with the money you have left?
All right, so let me first say this, right? Mock drafts are just that, mocks.
Yeah.
Like, Todd McShay and Mel Kiper are giving you, and all of these other people are giving you their thoughts on what they think could happen.
Yeah.
That does not mean that it will happen. They're telling you what they think should happen, but them niggas ain't in goddamn draft rooms. So I saw a couple of people that were upset, feeling salty or whatever, that the Bears traded the number 1 pick for the 9th pick.
If you see anybody upset about that, then they obviously don't know about football.
Exactly, they don't know about football.
You can't obviously know about what's going on.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. But there were multiple people that was talking about that pick and getting that pick. The Raiders were probably the closest to getting the number 1 pick. But they were not going to put extra in there, which was a player. So it makes me interested if the Bears tried to get Devontae Adams away from the Raiders, or maybe Hunter Renfrow, or whatever, right? Which Hunter Renfrow is not a number 1, so I'm glad that didn't happen if that was that. But with the Panthers pick, right? I think that Ryan Poles, I'm gonna call him by his legal name today.
Yeah.
I think he knew what he was doing and got the maximum that he could get off of the deal. But here's the part that people ain't really talking about heavily. It's been mentioned, but this is to me why this deal is so great, right? It's the 2024 number 1 pick that they get from the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers traded their number one offensive player.
Y'all get the 2024. That's the first round pick.
Right, just the first round pick.
It's the first round pick, yeah.
So the Bears traded and they get the Panthers' best offensive player. DJ Moore is the Panthers' best offensive player. DJ Moore had, I think it was 4 straight 1,000 yard seasons. And this year he had 63 yards for 888. 63 catches for 888 yards and 7 touchdowns.
And he's only 25.
He's only 25. And I'll get to the contract in a second. But he had 63, 888, 7 touchdowns with Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and PJ Walker as his quarterbacks.
And did he play the whole season?
I think he missed like a game or 2.
Okay.
But he had that season with them quarterbacks. So I feel comfortable that DJ Moore will be a great addition to that wide receiver room. Mm-hmm. But if Justin Fields does not play up to the standards that we need him to, I do believe that Panthers pick is going to be a top 5 pick. With that second round pick in 2025, it makes it easier for the Bears to move up if they have to, or if the Panthers are terrible, they don't have to move up. Caleb Williams from USC and Drake May from North Carolina are your top 2 quarterback prospects in 2024. If any of them 2 guys were able to come out this year, they would be number 1 and number 2 in this year's draft. Caleb Williams is by far the top quarterback prospect in next year's draft. If Caleb would have been available, the Bears would have drafted Caleb Williams. I'm just letting y'all know that now. If Caleb Williams was available in this year's draft, the Bears would have drafted him, and Justin Fields would have been traded. Mm-hmm. So I say this: if Justin Fields is not up to par, the Bears are set up with the team that they feel like is not going to be that good to possibly pick in the first 3 picks of next year's draft. Now, no, it's the NFL, so anything is possible. But if I look at the Panthers with a rookie quarterback and Andy Dalton in their quarterback room, because Andy Dalton just signed with the Panthers.
Andy Dalton stay getting free money.
Free money, man. Like 17 million, up to 17 million. Hey, man. Andy Dalton, redheaded ass, is gonna keep a check. Him and Chase Daniel keep a check. Like, I'm looking at Chase Daniel right here on the NFL Network, and I'm like, yo, is you playing this year, or are you getting some more money to be a backup? Because you get money, fam.
That backup money is out there.
Backup money is lovely, fam. Like, just let me hold the clipboard. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Colin, just hold the clipboard. But I'm say that to say this. When you look at that and you say Andy Dalton and let's say CJ Stroud and your quarterback room, your running back situation, CMC ain't that no more. Can Foreman last the whole season? Or Hubbard? Mm-hmm. Can he last? Is how your running back situation looking? Terrence Marshall Jr., Shi Smith, they lead your wide receiver room right now. Your offensive line ain't the best. It's decent, but it ain't the best. Your defense can keep you in games, but is it good enough to keep you, like, to win you some games? I'm not saying that the Panthers gonna go like 0-18. All I'm saying is that I see them picking top 3. So that means
Justin Fields got to shit or get off the pot.
Right. That's what this means. This trade is more than just getting that 9th pick and getting some assets. This means, Justin, we believe in you, but I could go get another quarterback in 2024 and reset all this shit. And guess what? I got a wide receiver room that's good enough to help out this in person. But then let's look at DJ Moore's contract. DJ Moore, DJ Moore's contract, his extension starts this year, and it's a very cap friendly contract. Very cap friendly contract. But he gets the majority of his guaranteed money this year. So if he don't ball out, you ain't got to be here. But if he do ball out, that means Justin is balling out. Which also means, hey, Clay Chase, you got to be on your shit too. Because I can't give you no money just because you tall, fam. Because just like I talked about Caleb Williams or May, Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably going to be in next year's draft, y'all.
Probably.
So you got Marvin Harrison Jr. or Caleb Williams. Justin Williams. I mean, Justin Williams. I'm thinking about one of my homies from high school. Let me rewind that. Justin Fields.
Yeah.
This is up to you. You can go get pushed out of Chicago because you wasn't good enough after we gave you some decent weapons because you got more Chase Claypool on the outside, Mooney in the slot, Cole Kmet, man in the middle. Justin loves the middle of the field.
Good luck with Claypool, bro.
So Claypool's gonna be okay. Like, hear me out. You got your deep ball threat and DJ Moore. You got your red zone target and Chase Claypool.
Okay.
You have your slot taken care of with Mooney, and you have Kmet there as well. Your middle of the field, Justin loves the middle of the field. Your middle of the field with Mooney and Kmet. Kmet is good. You're straight. It's the outside we looking at. Okay. You know, your accuracy got to get better. You're a good deep ball thrower, so you got somebody that you can just throw the ball up and get your who's gonna catch the ball, jump ball. Who's gonna catch it? Chase Claypool. Deep ball threat. That's what DJ Moore's for. They got a pretty decent wide receiver room, even with the wrong St. Brown being re-signed. You got him as well as a fourth wide receiver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is there a chance they could draft a wide receiver at ninth? There's a possibility, but I don't think so. I believe that the person that they're going to draft at their pro day today, not going to butcher his last name, but my man Pete from Northwestern, who is their tackle, who could play guard or tackle in the NFL. I believe since the Bears were not able to get any of the tackles, and I don't think they're going to pay that much for Orlando Brown Jr. If so, that would be shocking, but I believe that they're gonna get him and plug him at right tackle and have Braxton Jones at the left tackle. You got the new guy that they hired, Nate Davis. You got Lucas Patrick, who should come back healthy. And then, what I'm saying, we'll see what happens with Cody Whitehair or whatever. Tevin Jenkins, too. There's questions around that whole situation, but I think it'll be shored up. Offense is shored up. Justin, you got to perform.
I can see Justin having a solid season. I mean, his first year, he was in and out of the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? Him and Andy Dalton was like trading off. So you really didn't get to see much. This season, we were really able to see we were able to get to see him, for a full season pretty much. And we saw the bright spots with his feet. We saw bright spots with his arm as well, too. He made great throws this year. Did he make was he like, fantastic? No, but we saw the potential. And obviously we know what he can do with his feet. Almost broke Mike Vick's record. So I think Justin Fields will ball. I think Justin Fields is the guy. So I don't think he should worry too much, but obviously, like you said, Ryan Poles know what he was doing. Got an insurance policy right now with that 2024 pick.
Look, I got a hot take right now. My hot take right now is that Justin's going to break every single season record that the Bears have at the QB position. Mm-hmm. The most yards, the most touchdowns. He's going to break that. That's to me, that's done. Justin Fields will break Eric Kramer's record with most yards, and I think he's going to break Jay Cutler's record for most touchdowns in a single season. That's done. But what he has to. That's done. The difference, or I think Jay got one of them. Let me see. Because it's one of them, but he breaking all those records. Because let me look at Bears single season records. Because I mean, me saying this is almost like the bar is low. So Bears single season records. Let's go passing records. All right. So here's the Bears single season passing records. And I'm going to tell you how confident I am when it comes to this. I am very confident, Mike. All right, let's go. Where we go? Oh, come on, Wiki. What y'all doing? There we go.
You right, DG. My apologies. Lamar Jackson's record.
Oh, yeah. It don't matter. It's the same shit. All right. Single season records. Eric Kramer has the single season Bears record for passing yards.
Yes. How many yards?
Passing yards. 3,838 passing yards. Eric Kramer owns that record. Passing touchdowns. Eric Kramer holds the
crazy. Jay Cutler didn't break that record?
No, he didn't.
Wow.
No, he didn't.
38,000? 3,800 yards?
38, Jack.
Hey, shit.
That was in 1995. Passing touchdown. 29 passing touchdowns. Eric Kramer holds that record. That's 1995.
Justin Fields might get that this year. Get that this year.
Yeah. So those two records getting broke. Sorry.
I think he breaks the touchdown record first. It might take him a couple seasons to get that passing.
No, at single season, he's getting 38, fam.
Yeah, I don't think this season, but next season.
Nah, I think
You think he can get the passing this year too?
But he got the tools. He has the tools. He has them.
Definitely breaking that touchdown record.
That has them. Sure. Why? Look, quarterbacks are throwing 4,000 yards and they sleep, Jack.
Yeah.
With the weapons that Justin don't got. Some of them are less. Those two records are done this year, fam. There's no way you can tell. And this is not me saying that I'm a Justin Fields lover. Because I mean I am, but this ain't even about that. It's just in the league that we are in right now, fam. He can throw 38 in his sleep and get 29 touchdowns, passing touchdowns in his sleep. So and still have a season where it's like, I don't know if he's the one. Like, that's how low that is in NFL standards right now. Justin Fields can have 39,000 passing yards and 30 touchdowns, and you can still go, I don't know if he's the one. And you'd be like, but you see what he did this year, but that's by Bear standards. Mm-hmm. That's not by NFL standards. Bear standards when it comes to the quarterback position is low, y'all. It's low. It's low. So Justin Fields can get 3,900 yards, 30 touchdowns, and you can still be like, but that Caleb Williams, sexy as hell, fam. That I can do some things with him. 300-yard passing games. The record is 4 in a season, Jack. 4. He could break that this year. Now, I don't think nobody's going to break Brandon Marshall's single season record with 1,500 yards. I don't think nobody's going to do that. But I do think he has enough receivers to spread that ball around. So Justin Fields should have a year where he break records, not rushing records, passing records here in Chicago. Here's the catch. Is if he's still good enough in the team's eyes to now start talking contract extension.
There you go.
That's the thing here. All right, you had a good season, fam, but is it enough to keep us going? Or that Mike Tannenbaum situation this year? Hell no. Next year, what the Bears got back and the team that they traded with is more of a possibility next year if Justin don't perform. Now you could go look at May or Williams and be like, hey, the Panthers was huffed this year. They got the number 2 pick. You know what? I'll just take whoever don't pick the other and be good. Or if you get a pick that's high enough from the Panthers, hey man, Marvin Harrison Jr. looking real sexy at that wide receiver position. You put him in that wide receiver room, possibly don't re-sign Chase Claypool if he
Don't
doesn't do that
sign
thing.
Chase
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's more of a possibility now. You know what I'm saying? But I think Chase Claypool is gonna ball out. I do think. I think. Look, hear me out here. Hear me out here. It's about the room and not the person, because Mooney had a dope season, a 1,000-yard season when Allen Robinson was on the other side. Mm-hmm. And that's also when Allen Robinson was like, I don't want to be here, because you respected Allen Robinson. So Mooney would be able to get through the middle. He could get these catches. He could get those yards, those big catches. All right, cool. Get some yak. And next thing you know, he got over 1,000 yards. But when Allen Robinson's not there, you don't have a respectable wide receiver on each side. It's like, we could knock Mooney out of here, and we ain't got to worry about it. So Mooney, to me, is going to be the person that benefits the most, with DJ Moore being on one side and Chase Claypool being on the other side. But Chase Claypool has a chance to be like a Keyshawn Johnson type. And what I mean by that is somebody who's going to catch the damn ball and catch them touchdowns. He's going to extend the field for you. He's going to get those first downs for you. He's going to take some of those hits. And when they up in the end zone, he's going to be able to be the big red zone target that could jump up and catch that ball. That person that's going to be giving you that deep ball threat, that's DJ Moore over there. So, hey.
Exciting times.
I'm gonna curb my excitement a little bit. But I feel a lot better because of this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. I know this is, for some of you Bears fans, this is the part of the podcast that you've been waiting for. Mike, what type of quarterbacks are you tired of in this NFL?
Old ones.
Oh, which ones though?
The old guys like Matt Ryan.
No, the old white quarterbacks.
Old white quarterback. Absolutely.
Old white quarterback. I say, I'm gonna oop it for you. Matt Ryan got cut today, y'all.
He's not coming back to play football no more, guys. He's gonna announce his retirement.
Tom Brady retired, y'all.
He ain't coming back, y'all. Dolphins, Tom Brady ain't walking through that door, so forget about it.
Right? There's one of them left, though. There's one of them left. Mike.
Yeah.
And you know what, Mike? He sent a message to a team that he ain't even own yet. That man said, hey, y'all want me? Y'all go get Allen Lazard. That team said, hey, we just gave him 4 years, $44 million.
This got to be like the funniest like free agent signing.
And it ain't even a free agent signing.
It's like
You know
like trade free agent.
Let me cook Mike.
This shit is funny. Go ahead.
This quarterback told the team, hey, yo, go get Allen Lazard for me. And they was like, all right, cool.
He's not even on the fucking team yet.
No, he ain't even on the team yet. And they was like, all right, we're gonna go get him. And they got him. 4 years, $44 million. Hey, what about Randall Cobb? Hey, we gonna talk to him. Hey, what about Mercedes Lewis? Hey, we gonna talk to him too. What about OBJ? You know what? If you want him, we gonna talk to him too. He ain't even on the team, y'all.
He's not even on the
team. And he trying to play GM. And you got Garrett Wilson that's on the team. That's better than everybody you trying to get on there. And he's gonna be on the Pat McAfee show on a Wednesday. Normally be on there on Tuesday. He gonna be on there on a Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, that quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. I don't give a damn what he do with the Jets. But on Wednesday, when Aaron Rodgers makes his decision, and his decision is he's going to be with the New York Jets, Mike, Q ain't no stopping us now. Because, man, it's going to be a party in this bitch. the excitement level in my life is going to go from 0 to 60. We've been dealing with this man for damn near 20 years, Mike. And I know the Green Bay Packers is tired of this man, so you know how we feel. They so tired of this man that they like, hey, man, Jordan Love is going to be all right. He going to be all right with us. And they willing to take that chance to get Aaron Rodgers the fuck up out of here. And you know what Bears fans are going to do? We're going to rejoice, man. We're going to play We Are the Champions. Ain't no stopping us now. All we do is win, even though all we did was lose. We gonna play every nah, hey, goodbye. We gonna play all the shit they played in Chicago Stadium when the Bulls was winning championships. What everybody say, hey,
yeah,
you know, whatever that song real name was. But we gonna do all of that, and we're gonna celebrate, fam. The pubs, like, remember, this is St. Patrick's Day week.
Yes, sir.
The pubs here in Chicago, they're going to be
lit.
celebrating St. Patrick's Day, and Aaron Rodgers getting the fuck up out of here to go to the Jets. And I, for one, am very excited about this opportunity, Mike, because here's the other thing. And I'm not saying that the Bears is going to control the North. I'm not going to be my Ryan Poles here and all that stuff, but let's look at the Green Bay Packers, fam. I really trust that we're going to be beating Jordan Love's ass.
Let me ask you a question, man.
Go ahead.
Looking at the Packers, looking at Jordan Love, and you know they got a emerging Christian Watson. You got Dobbs. They still got Aaron Jones.
We roll.
With AJ Dillon. Nice little backfield, still intact. The Packers are gonna stink, is what you're saying? Do you think?
Not saying that the Packers are gonna stink.
What do you think about the Packers?
Don't put that in my mouth, Ricky Bobby.
All right, what do you
put those words in my mouth, Ricky Bobby?
All right.
The Packers are not gonna stink.
Okay.
The Packers are gonna be in hell, though.
What if the Packers cook next season?
They're not gonna cook.
With Jordan Love.
They're not gonna cook, Mike. They're not gonna cook. They are not gonna cook. The Packers are going to be. See, look. Let me.
I'm just asking.
Mike,
I just want to hear.
Let me cook right here.
I'm just asking.
Let me cook right here. I never want the Packers to be garbage because it's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
I always want them to be good because then when we beat them, it means something.
There you go.
Just like when they beat us. When you beat us and we good, I'm cool with it. You beat us when we bad, fuck you.
Don't mean nothing.
But when you good, you come out of the game like, all right, cool, we good. So I need my Packers to be good. But here's the thing, Mike. I don't think they're going to be good.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to be bad.
Okay.
Because if they was bad, they could get a top 5, top 10 pick. And they could go get a star. No, the Packers could be huff and be huff enough to go get a May or a Caleb Williams. But I don't want them to be that. I want them to be average.
Oh, it's going to be like 7 and 8.
I want them to be 7 and 8. So you can't even go get you a good player in the top 10. You got to work now. I want you to be average. I want you to be just enough.
Not 7 and 8, maybe like 7 and you got to be 7 and 10 because they paying
7 and 10.
7 and 10.
8 and 9.
8 and 9.
9 and 8.
Okay.
I want you to just miss the playoffs, Packers. I don't want you to be bad enough not to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I want you to be just bad enough to miss it because it hurts more. It hurts more losing that game in the last game of the season and now you can't go to the playoffs, or losing that late game in December so you can't go to the playoffs. That's what I want from the Packers. I don't want them to be 2-14, 3 and whatever.
You sure?
I don't want them to be 3-14.
That'd be good trash talk right there.
No, because they're gonna get a good draft pick.
Okay.
They're going to get a star from college. No, I want you to be every year 7 and 10. That's what I want from you.
That's funny.
Be playing hard throughout the year. Then you lose like 3 games in November and you out. You worked all that time just to lose in December, and now you can't go to the playoffs. That hurts worse, Mike, than being 2-14. Because as a GM, you're like, oh, we 2-14? Oh, let me go get this top player. Nah, fam. No, now you gotta go scout. And you gotta, and maybe like in some of those years, you just might go to the playoffs. And guess who you gonna meet in the playoffs? The Bears. And who gonna knock you out the playoffs? The Bears. It makes it even more sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
The Minnesota Vikings. You got Kirk Cousins, fam. Thielen gone. I like Justin Jefferson. So KJ Osborne is gonna be on the other side. That's cool. I don't even, is Irv Smith senior free agent, junior free agent, or whatever? I don't know. But you lost some pieces on your defense.
Mm-hmm.
You will be losing some pieces on your defense. Then you got the Lions. The Lions gonna Lion, fam. They're gonna be, hey, we like the Lions, try hard coach and all that shit. But when you at the top, it's hard. In Detroit, we know what happens. But I don't want the Packers to be 1-16, 2-15, whatever that 18 shit schedule. I don't want you to be that. I want you to be 7-10 every year, just missing the playoffs and not being able to get a great draft pick. So you stuck in the middle of the draft every year. And shit ain't working out. Then Matt LaFleur get fired. The GM get fired, and then you go try to find you another coach, and that coach is mediocre too. They can't get you out of hell, so you go get you another coach. And while you doing that, we running the North. Minnesota, they thinking about trading Dalvin Cook. Harrison Smith might not be there. Patrick Peterson already gone. What's his name? Forgot my man's name, but the middle linebacker, he gone. They cutting the fat. Who gonna be their quarterback when Kirk Cousins gone? And like I said, the Lions gonna Lion. But Packers fans, I'm looking at you. I just want y'all to know this. I don't want y'all to be terrible. I don't want y'all to be great. I want y'all to be average. Because average gets y'all worked up thinking y'all got a chance to go to the playoffs. Then that last game of the season, it ain't even that y'all lost. It's somebody won because they had the tiebreaker. So you did everything that you need to do on the last game of the year, and you still lost. That's what I want for you, Packers fans.
You want this to be the new life of the Packers.
I don't want you to get no number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th pick. I want you to be just good enough so when we beat you, it's respected. I want to earn that victory. When we sing Bear Down Chicago Bears, I want to sing it with emotion and excitement when we beat you. And I want you to be just decent enough so when we beat you, it means something. But I also want you to be just bad enough to miss the playoffs. Don't suck, because you're going to get good players. And then eventually you're going to get good. No. We picking 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 for y'all. Let Detroit get all them picks. None of the picks. None of the players want to go to Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers. Think Jordan Love is going to be the reason why Marvin Harrison Jr. want to come to Green Bay? No.
This is great.
No, I want you guys to suck just enough to be in hell. Hell is what, just like in the NBA, fam. What they say in the NBA. You the 8th seed, you in basketball hell. You can't go get one of these great players. You this the 13 picks in the lottery, you number 14. Fuck. That's what I want. I want the Packers to be the 14th team in the lottery. Fuck. How come we couldn't lose that game to get in the lottery. Well, how come we couldn't? How come we couldn't win a couple of games to not be the eighth seed? That's what I want from the Packers. I want you to be in mediocrity. I want you to be in hell. I want you to suck just enough that it pains you every year when you see the Bears lead that division. And shit, when you see the Lions lead that division, you're going to be looking up at us like, fuck. If only we beat them on Thanksgiving. I want you to go on a 7-game winning streak in September and October. Go on a bye.
They come back and lose
And
6
then
straight.
in November, I want you to lose 6 straight and got to fight. I want you to suffer, fam. Green Bay fans, I want you to suffer. I want you to be like what the Monstars was going to do to Michael Jordan on Space Jam. They was going to tie that man up and allow all of the white kids and the aliens to defeat Michael Jordan.
In one-on-one basketball.
In one-on-one basketball. I want that to be y'all, Packers. I want Justin Love to be just as good as Don Majkowski. He ain't Brett Favre. He ain't Aaron Rodgers. That's why you only talk about 2 quarterbacks and 3 if you talk about Bart Starr. It's like they talk about Bart Starr and then they skip every other quarterback. Then they're like, Don Majkowski was kind of decent. Brett Favre took a job. Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. No. I want you to be Don Majkowski. Whew. Just good. Just good. I want you to be in mediocrity. Green Bay Packers fans. Spell it. I won't spell it, but I want you to spell it. Because that's what y'all gonna be when Aaron Rodgers go on the Pat McAfee show and say, hey man, Green Bay thought it was best to part ways, and I'm gonna always love that organization. I'm gonna always love the Packers fans. I spent my whole entire career there, but I think it's time for me a new challenge. And I think that the Jets are an amazing opportunity. That's a great team with a great defense, some young stars like Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, and they got a strong offensive line, and that defense is great. And I really think that we can win a championship in New York. I want to bring a championship to New York. I want him to whisper all them sweet nothings in Jets fans' ear. I want Greeny to be on Get Up tomorrow. Excited. I want him to wear a green suit, a Jets green suit, or a tie. I want him to be excited for what Aaron Rodgers got to say. Because when he says what he says, all you Chicago Packers fans in general, all you Chicago Packers fans are going to be like, yo, what to do? What are we going to do? Because for damn near 30 years, y'all was like, look, we got Brett Favre since like 1994, Mike. 1994, I think it was. Since 1994, they have said this, Mike. Oh, man, we got Brett Favre. Oh, we got Aaron Rodgers. 2 of the best quarterbacks ever, Mike. They've been able to say that. And now, you Chicago Packers fans are going to have to make a decision. Do you go to New York and be Jets fans? Or do you swallow your pride and stay in Green Bay?
I think all the Chicago Packer fans that I know, I think they riding, gonna ride the wave. They gonna stay with the Packers.
And you know what? They gonna be in hell. They gonna be in hell, Mike. When they team is 7-10, when they team looking like the Ray Rhodes era, when they was 8-8 2 years in a row.
The look in your eyes while you say this is incredible. Like it's crazy.
Man, boy, play Isaac Hayes, the look of love. Because that's how I'm be looking at that box score and that record. When Green Bay is just good enough to be competitive, but not good enough to make the playoffs. Mike, welcome to the ghetto, Green Bay Packers. Welcome to hell. We've been waiting. When Aaron Rodgers say that, he's going to the Jets. Ding dong, the witch is dead. What y'all gonna do? Green Bay? Tell me. What y'all gonna do with love? The only love I respect is Diddy at this point. And the emotion of love. But I can't, Mike, I can't. When Green Bay loses to Chicago, I can't wait to get on my Tony Braxton and tell these Chicago Packers fans, love should have brought your ass home last night. I can't wait.
Oh,
it's gonna be so amazing. The promos that we gonna cut every week here on Some Dude. I'm cutting promos, Mike. I'm almost finished, y'all. I know we went left with this Packers shit, but when he said he was going on Pat McAfee, when they say he's coming on Pat McAfee, we know why.
You knew it.
We know why. Mike, it's over. What is this? Numbers in your pocket? I remember when you used to throw those things away. Why do you want to keep in touch now? Who gave you a reason to act so shady? Slim is singing the Aaron Rodgers right now, fam. Slim is the Green Bay Packers. And Aaron Rodgers is going to the Jets. It's over now. It's over now. And y'all gonna have to, hey, eat it. Eat it. Love it. I'm LL Cool J on In Too Deep right now.
Yeah.
With the pool stick.
Yeah.
Every week. Think about her. Think about her. Mike. I hope y'all play them.
Do we play the Packers next year? No, I don't think so. No.
You should. Matter of fact, when we play them, you play them. We play them together.
I'm with you, dog.
We playing them together. Mike, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna end this promo by saying this, Mike. I'm gonna end this promo by saying this because we got a couple of more things to talk about. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun, y'all. I'm not saying that Justin Fields is gonna be our savior. I'm not saying that the Bears is gonna run the North. But Green Bay ain't. You're gonna have to earn it against us now. Because your savior is going to New York. Matter of fact, he ain't even going to New York. He's going to East Rutherford, New Jersey. How that sound, Green Bay? How that sound? Don't worry. Y'all got love. Y'all got love. Brother Love, I love you. Love y'all. Anytime y'all lose, that's what I'm going to say to y'all. You know what, Green Bay? I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all 7-10, I love y'all. I love you. Green Bay, I love you. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too, Green Bay?
Oh, my God.
Y'all better get ready, fam. The ghetto is here, and it ain't going nowhere anytime soon. Prepare yourself for football hell. Let's talk about Ja Morant, fam.
Some dude pod.
Let's talk about Ja Morant.
Some dude pod, y'all.
Ja Morant is out indefinitely.
Yeah.
He is in a counseling center.
Yeah.
Getting counseling.
Yeah.
Sensitive subject. How do you feel about the Ja Morant situation where we sit at right now?
Is the counseling? Hold on, excuse me. The counseling.
Yeah, counseling.
Is that like NBA like ordered, or is this all something he's doing on his own?
It wouldn't surprise me if this is NBA ordered.
We would know if it's NBA ordered though, right?
Nah, no, we wouldn't.
Okay.
Hell no, we wouldn't know it.
Okay.
Nah, we wouldn't know if it would. We would. Look, it's just like we don't know if Michael Jordan ass was suspended or if he really retired on his own. But he's at rehab. No, excuse me, not rehab, counseling.
He's in counseling.
Yeah, so.
How do I feel about it? It sucks, man. It sucks to see. Powerade has suspended his promos.
Oh, they
with him.
did.
They
I didn't
did,
see
bro,
that.
and that sucks. They haven't pulled them off the campaign altogether, but they suspended the promo ads that they were running.
Damn.
So, you hate to see that. I don't know, man, because now they saying he's out indefinitely. He don't really know when he's gonna return, if he's gonna return this season. And then the strip club picture gets leaked. My boy was enjoying himself in the strip club, and that was shown. Like, he was in there by himself. He must have been in the private room. It must have been the private room.
Oh, you goddamn right he was.
Private room. My man could have been doing anything in there, bro, and they released that. That's kind of fucked up.
That's messed up, man.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, whoever got those pictures and leaked them out, man, that's messed up.
That's kind of fucked up.
I hope it was a jealous stripper, fam.
Yeah.
Only thing I could think of. Bro.
Yeah, but as far as how do I feel about it? I hate to see it, man. I honestly hate to see it, man. I just hope that he comes out better after, what I'm saying, all of this is said and done. He's able to hit the basketball court, bro, and get back out there and just do his thing. And hopefully he just leave all the antics and the bullshit behind him, bro, and just go out there and hoop, fam. That's it, bro. I hope somebody cuff him up and, talk to him, whether it's his old man, whether it's an OG, whether it's his, a girlfriend, whoever. Yeah. Get a positive influence in his life, comes in and, encourages him and influences him to do better. That's what I hope for out of this. So we'll see. Hopefully, he's able to come back before the playoffs. But if not, I wouldn't shock me. So
yeah,
that's kind of like where I'm at with it at this point. Obviously, no charges are going to be brought against him, that's a good thing.
There's no reason for them to be charges, bro.
No charges to be brought up. So you don't have to really worry about no other type of. I don't think no other type of suspensions or anything. But
yeah.
Brando, my man need a girlfriend, dog. He needs a girl. This is just the case of him needing a girl, bro. Whether it's a temporary, it got to be like a woman that he gonna marry. Like, go get you, what I'm saying, one of these bad IG models.
Don't do that. 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 Don't do that.
Was a singer? Get him like what? Jason Tatum? Who he dating? He dating LMA? Like,
tell that man to go get no IG model.
Not an IG model, but how these athletes they dating all the girls on IG.
That's the last thing he needs.
One of these little R&B singers come
through. That's the last thing he needs.
Scoop him up or something, bro. Somebody.
So I agree with you. This is I agree with you to a point, right? And I think look, ladies, watch this, y'all. Watch this, y'all. Let me cook, ladies.
Oh, they're not together no more. They Tatum and LMA. Oh man, that sucks.
They broke up.
I never knew if it was confirmed if they were together or not.
No, they was together.
Okay. All right. I didn't know they broke. Okay, they broke up.
That was damn. I didn't know they broke up. Damn, Jason.
I know, right? Fumbled that.
Wow. All right. A woman should be helpful for you, but we should not expect a woman to fix Ja Morant.
Yeah, I'm not even saying
Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Hear me out. A woman should not be expected to fix Ja Morant, but goddamn, he need one around him. He need a good woman around him to guide or something. But he need a black queen next to him. That's good for him.
One of these young up and coming black actresses.
I don't give a fuck who it is, Mike. It could be.
Just as long as it ain't an IG model.
As long as it's not IG model. It could be Lil Mama from The Pharmacist, fam. It could be one of the young ladies he's gonna meet in that treatment center. I don't give a damn, fam. Just see, my wife didn't fix me. but I know the importance of her. I am not where I'm at without my wife. Where I'm at right now in my life, I am not where I'm at without her. And I mean, she ain't fixed me, but she made me better.
There you go.
Ja Morant needs not just a woman, but people around him that makes him better.
There you go.
Look, this weekend, as we prepare for Vincent's wedding, the extravaganza,
Yes, sir.
it's gonna take place on Friday. Um, I really learned a lot about me and my cousins that night. No, and no, and we just all got something in common. We got women that make us better.
Mhm.
And I know we could still be out here wilding, but we got women who make us better. They didn't fix us. They didn't go get the toolbox and be like, oh, let me go do this for this nigga. No, but they do make us better. But it's not only just them. Like my homies make me better. I'm a better man. I'm a better father. I'm a better husband, not just because of my wife, but because of my homies. Everybody that I'm around is holding up the responsibility of taking care of their family. Iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. Ja Morant needs to be around people who sharpens him.
Mhm.
And it feels like to me he's not around people who sharpens him, or there's more people who don't that occupy his time than it is people that do. And I think he's kind of conflicted. You get all of that money, you get all of that fame, you feel like you got to be real. You feel like you got to do this. You feel like you got to do that. And they're not telling you like, "Yo, homie, slow down." Like I knew something was wrong a while ago when my man had 2 bottles of Casamigos just like on the plane, just like look what we got on the plane. Like, fam, you should have Casamigos or something that you like on this plane. In fact, you should have more than Casamigos, fam. You shouldn't have the Reposado. Wow, go get the more expensive tequila, fam. That's when I knew homie was probably drinking too much.
Mhm.
Because you worth $200 million and you got Casamigos Reposado.
My man like what he like.
Nah, your palate, fam. Now hear me out.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you said that. Your palate gotta change. You can still like your hood shit and everything, but your palate gotta change. You have to start experiencing life a little bit differently. You can't move the way that you move. I'm worth $200 million. I can't go to the hood and go get my burgers and fries now. Somebody got to go get it for me.
There you go.
But when he was on the plane with the Casamigos doing that, I was like, fam, you just happy to have money, huh? You just happy to be in the plane. And you can start upgrading your palate, but are you upgrading yourself along with that palate? Like, are you shaking the champagne and that thing and tasting it and feel a little bit different? It's always gonna be in you, fam. But are you upgrading your palate? Is Ja Morant upgrading his palate, or is he going backwards? Because he feel like if he goes and upgrade his palate, people gonna be mad at him because he ain't drinking what he was drinking before.
And whoever it is that call themselves being mad at him because they feel like he might be changing while you're saying he's upgrading his palate, those is the ones you got to get out of
And
there.
that's the ones you got to get on. Because I don't think. Look, I know I joked around with the rehab part, but I don't think my man in rehab. Like, I don't think my man in rehab. I don't think it's nothing like that. I don't think he has a drinking problem or anything like that. But I do think he's figuring out a way to navigate this life that he's in right now. He's young and he doesn't have anybody around him that is experiencing what he's experiencing. So he feels like now that I got this money, I got to go back to the old me when the whole point of you getting that money and doing what you're doing is graduating from all of that shit.
It's kind of like he out there just like he kind of winging it.
Yeah.
He winging
And
it. He winging the lifestyle. He like
yeah,
just
I
like
got to go to the strip club and I got to have money all over the floor because that's what I'm supposed to do as an NBA star. Now, I'm not saying go not to go enjoy yourself at the strip club, but we know a lot of that shit is performative.
yeah.
Come on, man. We know a lot of that shit when you go to the strip club and you have hundreds of dollars or dubs or whatever all over the floor, like it's wallpaper, fam. That's performative. You're stunting at that point. John Morant has a stunting problem.
My boy on his James Harden, fam.
Like he's not even on his James Harden. Cause no, he's not even on his James Harden. Cause James Harden to be partying and he'll look over and be like, come on, man, put the fucking camera down.
Yeah.
Like James Harden is not gonna be like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Look. No, James Harden ass is like this, bro. Yo, the game is over. Going to Onyx, have a room, no cameras in that bitch.
Wind
All of
down.
the homies invited. Bring me some good food. Bring me the best from the chef, and we're gonna have a good time. John Morant is like, nah, fam. I'm treating this shit like I'm from out west,
And I want y'all to see it.
and I want y'all to see it. And he got the dumbass homies from out west with him. That's just making him do stupid shit.
No
That's
big
what it
homies.
is.
No big homies.
It's the no big
no
homie
positive
situation.
influences around.
It's the kid. It's like my man is a kid with money. This nigga is Richie Rich. He's Richie Rich. And Richie Rich changed everything when they took his parents from him and put their ass up in Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And Richie Rich was like, yo, I gotta go save my mom and my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was like, you know what? Maybe I don't need a McDonald's up in the mansion. That's John Morant, fam. He got the McDonald's in the mansion, and ain't nobody.
Nah,
like,
look. Check this out. No. Fuck that. Everything Macaulay Culkin had in that house, if I had money, I would do it.
Not gonna lie, I would too.
I would do all of that.
Everything that Macaulay Culkin had in Richie Rich plus more. I said if I get a boatload of money, fam, it's an El Gran burrito going into the crib.
There you go.
I'm gonna have an El Gran burrito at the crib, and they're gonna get paid handsomely to make burritos the way that I want them.
There you go.
I want a steak burrito with no beans, put sour cream, hot sauce, and jalapeno peppers up in my burrito.
But I get what you're saying.
Don't mess up my order. Y'all know what I want. I want the bang special.
But Macaulay Culkin had like one of the dopest
Macaulay Culkin,
kid houses ever in life.
We all watched Richie Rich and got jealous when we saw the McDonald's because the McDonald's in there. Because we was like, because keep it real, you know, every kid in the hood that watched Richie Rich was like, yo, if I had that much money, I'm gonna have a water fountain with Kool-Aid coming out of it.
Indeed. If that's just one of the dumb things I want to do with my money, then let me do that. Put a McDonald's in my crib, bro.
But what I'm saying is he is a kid doing it. So we ain't thinking like an adult that's 21 years old is thinking.
Not at all.
Or 24.
Not at all.
Not thinking like that. I just think that he needs a mentor, that somebody's gonna help him, guide him in the. Like I said, I don't think the kid is bad. I don't think he's an alcoholic. I honestly don't think his father is not helpful in all of this shit. It's just when you worth 200 M's, you're not listening to a lot of people. And if you let your homies really be an influence on you, what you expect? Niggas can't get mad at Ja Morant doing all of that shit because these are the same niggas that joined gangs when they was little just because they felt like their mama and their daddy didn't help them out.
Mm-hmm.
These are the same dudes that's condemning Ja Morant. The dudes who became GDs at 32 is condemning Ja Morant. 32 years old, now I want to join a gang and sell drugs. And then you get on Facebook and be like, man, Ja Morant tweaking. Fam, you became a GD at 32. You tweaking. But that was different though. No, it ain't. You grown.
You let little niggas initiate you into a gang.
Right. You let little niggas convince you that you need to be a foot soldier. At this point in your life. At this point in your life, you're a foot soldier, fam. You let little kids convince you to follow them. You got little kids. Your little kids is over here talking about some let's you got trues on. sagging down to your ankles and shit. That's the little kids that influence you, fam. But nah, I truly don't think little nigga don't even know all of it. Dead ass. Like, fam, I just truly think that, man, this is a situation where he needs mentorship and he needs to really figure out how to be him in where he's at right now. Even with the talking shit and all of that stuff. Like, that Memphis team is, you're doing too much when Dylan Brooks is out here blowing kisses after three. You're doing too much when Dylan Brooks is acting like Draymond Green is like Vincent Askew.
Dylan Brooks trying to be the new bad guy to the
He's
NBA.
trying to be the new bad guy to the NBA. You're doing too much when you see shit like that. And a lot of that shit, depending on what goes on, can go get out of control. And then next thing you know, you're in a situation like this. And quite honestly, there's a lot of NBA players that was probably like Ja, but it just never got to this point, or it was never televised or filmed or anything like that. Look, we talking about strip clubs, fam. We're talking about strip clubs, y'all. This is why I want people to slow down on Ja Morant and talking about the strip club. Because if you want to have a conversation about NBA players in the strip club, go Google the Gold Club trial. Go Google that. Go Google NBA players in the Gold Club. It was a whole trial, Mike. Like, I think Patrick Ewing was at the trial, Larry Johnson, a couple other NBA players had to testify about shit, and it was a revolving around the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
Ja Morant was enjoying himself with a woman who was trying to further her education. But all of these NBA players and strip club, whoa, go Google the Gold Club trial. Let's not act holier than thou, NBA players. It's not. Gold Club trial was wild. But we didn't see like Patrick Ewing in the boom boom room with 20s all over the floor. Marks came up, NBA players came up in there with their suits looking like GQ, like, yo, take us to our room. All right, great. So yeah, that's when I say as far as that goes. Ja Morant is a good kid. I just think he's dealing with some situations where he feels like he got a lot to prove to people outside. Mm-hmm. But here's another thing that I'll say, and I'll end it at this. Even though Ja Morant is talented and all of that stuff, I do question if he feels like he belongs in a situation where he's at, and what he's in, and he revert back to those things that is childish as shit. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes people that deal with those things, do those things that apparently he's done, that, a lot of times, man, they just acting out because they feel like they don't belong here.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, hey, man, I could be dead or in jail right now, but I'm not. I'm in the NBA, so I'm going to wild out. And all that, I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do all these things. And then next thing you know, you're in some trouble. No, maybe Ja Morant needs to understand that he belongs in the position where he's at. As one of the best guards in the NBA, one of the rising stars in the NBA, one of the most talented people in the NBA right now. Maybe he really needs to really understand that he's put in this position for a reason. And then he can understand that the right people are not in front of him or behind him, or is his right or his left hand. But I do believe that Ja Morant is going to be okay.
But I think he knows that, because he goes out there and he does these things. He does things with the kids and all of this shit like that. Like,
I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I know
that don't make it known to yourself that I'm supposed to be here.
Mike, I'm gonna tell you this because I know this from experience. There are people right now that are running Fortune 500 companies, that are in the NBA, that are in the NFL, that are in high profile situations that really feel like they're not supposed to be in those situations. They feel like it's luck that got them there.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as confident as you think they are. Like, that's the scary thing about Ja Morant. A lot of that woofing and all of that shit could be because of a lack of confidence. So imagine if that man, that talented as he is right now, imagine if he was confident in himself. I've been there because that's me. That's been me. I know I'm talented. I know I could do all these things. But sometimes you have remorse. It might have been a situation where one of your homies died and that really is his dream. And now his XY. It could be anything, G. But there are people that are running companies right now in the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball that may look very confident, but they don't feel like they belong where they at. And that very well could be Ja Morant.
Mm-hmm.
That very well could be him. Only because he revert back to things that might not necessarily be helpful for him going forward. Never gonna tell no man to. Yeah, I'm never gonna tell no, like, the man is great, but sometimes you could be great and still lack confidence. And then next thing you know, you start to self-destruct.
Well, hopefully this is the moment right here.
And I hope that's
This
not the
gotta
case.
be the moment. This gotta be.
That's not. I hope that's not the case, because I think that kid could very well be one of the greatest guards of all time. But I hope, I'm just gonna say this though, and we can end this off. Just don't come out like Shaquille Sunflower, Ja Morant. Don't don't come out like Shaquille Sunflower, fam. But don't let them cut your hair. Don't let them cut your dreads, fam. Don't get out of counseling, and then next thing you know, you got a low ball fade. Because then we're gonna think that you were cloned. The internet is gonna think you're cloned, fam. Ja, the internet is gonna think you cloned if you come out there with a
Come out
low
with a
ball fade.
clean cut look.
If you come out here looking like De'Aaron Fox, fam, they're gonna think that you're cloned. They're gonna think you and Gucci Mane came from the same cloning center. Do not let them touch your dreads, B. Because that's what they'll do, fam. Hey, this is real. They'll get you on this whole little regiment. Next thing you know, like, yeah, you know what? The final stages of this transformation.
You need a new look.
You need a new look. Let's cut your dreads. Nah, bro. Don't come out of that center with a low ball fade. Come out there with your dreads. Let it be nappy and stuff, so we know you've been through some shit. And then go get it retwisted and go get a lining and everything, and then go to the Western Conference semifinals. Y'all not going to the Western Conference finals. Go to the Western Conference semifinals and play your ass off and show the people that you back. But don't let them cut your dreads. All right, Mike, man. Got any hot takes, anything like that?
Nope, I'm good. Who you got winning the tourney? Who you got winning the
I got
tourney?
Alabama, man. I got Alabama in the most controversial way, because we know the situation that's going on with homie at Alabama with the gun situation that led to one of his teammates shooting the chick. I think Alabama's going to win, but it's going to be interesting how it is received. Because you saw, I think it was Greg Gumbel, when they was announced as the number 1 overall seed, had to mention what the fuck is going on with their best player. So I got Alabama, man. But hey, man, we got a couple of days left, man. Join our Some Dude March Madness group. It's $25 to get in. Winner take all.
Get in, bro. Every time I post some shit in the group and then nobody comment, but then once I got the shit set,
and I hit
like,
everyone.
oh, I missed it.
I hit the everyone on there.
Motherfuckers like, I missed it.
Nah, I hit the everyone on there.
Okay, you might hit it one more time.
Hit it one more time. But it's $25, winner take all, and you get a Some Dude pack.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So
I didn't even know we was doing a Some Dude pack. Look at that.
I'm gonna do a Some Dude pack because I didn't do it for Al. So we're gonna do the Some Dude pack. So so it's $25 buy-in. The more people that get in,
that's more money.
That's more money. We're not doing second. We're not doing. You say we're not doing second and third place, right?
I think you know what? I think I might do a first and second. I think I did first and second last year.
Are you? No.
I think I did a second place.
So we're doing the first and second place.
think I do first. I do just first and second. I'm not paying out anything more than second, even no
Okay,
matter how much people.
so
get.
rewind that. I'm sorry, we're not doing. We're gonna do a first and second
First and
place
second
winner.
place. So depending on how many people get in is how we'll split it up.
Okay, so the more people that joins this, you drop they 25, the more money you can win.
Big facts. So if y'all need
And
the
it's a
link,
toss
hit
up
me up.
this
I
year
send the link out. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could join.
because you got some people picking UConn, you got some people picking Duke. I got Providence going to the Elite Eight. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Indeed.
But it's a lot. Hey, tell your people. The only person that can't join is Brando.
Why Brando can't join?
Because he worked for ESPN.
Oh, well, there
He
you
can't
go.
do it. He can't double dip.
So he can't even do fantasy football on ESPN.
I don't know what he can do. I don't know what his contract. But I got to get out of here before I get cussed out because Mary got to go to work. All right, man. End us off, Mike.
Some Do Pod. Rate, like, subscribe. Y'all already know, man. Hashtag Some Do Pod. The Facebook group. Make sure you invite people into the group to join. Facebook. At Some Do. Twitter. At Some Do Pod. IG at Some Do Pod. At Mike B _CHR. At JR Bang. Make sure y'all cop that merch and everything like that. Appreciate everybody that's locking in with us on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure you, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to What Digital on there. And yeah, that's it. Houston, you got Houston winning. Hey, Houston bogus as hell for dropping that game to Memphis, and they cost Buddy $400,000 on a parlay, dog.
Mike, he's picking Houston because he's from Houston.
I'm letting them know that they bogus.
He's picking Houston for Houston.
They bogus for losing the damn conference championship.
Look,
bogus.
Hey, Green Bay Packers fans, welcome to the ghetto.
Facts.
We've been waiting for you. Enjoy it. You're going to be here for a long ass time. And we love y'all for that. Peace.